All right, so starting with GJ, I took sells. I remember seeing it on this time frame. The fact that we kept hitting it and hitting it. I took it on Tuesday at 8 o'clock. This is why I took it on Tuesday, because I was aware that Mondays suck and Tuesdays are usually the days where the markets begin to turn around, right? And then Wednesday's the day where you usually have extra confirmation. But so I took this sell on Tuesday, right? So 10 o'clock, we made this bearish engulfing. I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna get in for some sells. And I'm in now, but the whole reason I even got into those sells was because of how the previous weekly candle closed. As you can see, has a disgusting wick to the downside. However, the body still closed as bearish engulfing at a higher high, and creating a lower high at that on the weekly, right? So, the chances of this week closing bearish is high. So that's just really my reason for taking sells on GJ. Now my reasons for taking sells on UJ are the same. However, I kept complaining about how I don't like the fact that, this is the last lower high. This was my candle that was gonna give me enough confidence to say, okay, I'm gonna go for sells for the week because the previous candle closed bearish. But what? We already broke those highs like intensely. Right. And even though we still do have an entire day before this candle close, it could still close bearish, but nonetheless. But at the same time, we could just be saying, hey, we're actually more bullish. And the next best thing to wait for would be for a daily candle to close bullish, but like just creating fresh support. But I mean, aside from that, I took sells yesterday, but this wick stopped me out. And then I took sells today after I saw this bearish candle close at 8. So yeah, I'm in sells for now. I mean, I started on that. And then for the dollar, right? I think the dollar is where I'm really getting my tints from. So we're overall bearish. Currently, we just at the 78.6 level. And it was a level that was previously used as support on the daily. You see how the candles are, well, it's on the 1 hour. Well, it still hasn't maintained, but if this daily candle closes as bearish, more than likely, the next candle will close bearish and probably end up closing below this level, right? So if the daily candle ends up coming to 102, then more than likely the weekly candle is going to not be breaking this level of support that we have right here. And if that's the case, more than likely the weekly candle, the following one will close bearish, and then we'll go back to this level. So that's really what I'm waiting for. But the best confirmation I could get before taking anything like that is, again, what I said here. Just waiting for a weekly bearish candle close or something with a really long wick. So we'll see tomorrow how price is going to do what it do. So we have the dollar going, or at least I'm anticipating it to continue bearish, and then the Japanese yen. Yes, we are bearish, but at the same time, the previous weekly candle, whenever it wants to load. Okay, what is that? Anyhow, so the previous weekly candle closed as, this nice solid candle. Massive wick to the upside, but at the end of the day, it still created support and it created a higher low. I will be more interested in, GJ buys because, inverse correlation. When I see a bearish candle here, right? And if I see a bearish candle here, more than likely we're going to continue bearish depending on how far it comes up, right? So we have a ways to go. We have a ways to go. So we'll see. We'll just see what happens. And I noticed today that UK could be cute for what the fuck are going on? Oh, for some potential sells, but you would again want to wait for the daily candle to close bearish. I'm really liking having to wait for higher time frame confirmation closes because it just makes everything better and easier and less stressful. All right, so we got NFP tomorrow. Oh, it's gonna rip. It's gonna rip, and yay. I feel like the only way you can really know what direction price is gonna rip in is if you have a higher time frame analysis. So we'll see what happens.